Hello there, everybody. This is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my guide for Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 on Master Ninja difficulty. Today we're doing Chapter 16. I literally forgot the name of it. I just looked it up. Something Abyss. The Underworld Abyss. Oh, my lord. I'm so damn dumb. Alright, so, starting off, you grab the item that you are going to be using to, well, get, make main progress. This is, I think, your last... It's either your last or your second to last upgrade station. I don't know if you can even possibly get every weapon upgraded in Sigma, though. I have no idea. I don't think you can. Because, if you could, then, wouldn't they have just placed, pretty much every marketplace having an upgrade station at the very least? But, no, they didn't. Sorry, I'm just looking over. I'm charging my phone right now. I'm making sure that no one might be calling or anything like that. Alright, so, starting off, Endless Fang, UT. The same old, same old. Luckily, in this hallway gauntlet, there comes a point when you're going to get a checkpoint halfway through. So, don't worry about dying too often, because, the first two doors are relatively, somewhat simple, because, all you're really doing is fighting these guys. But then after that, you have to fight the Tengu brother. But the Tengu brother actually takes place after the checkpoint, so they're very nice about giving you checkpoints here. Not sure if that's just a Sigma thing itself. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but for the most part, I'm just glad that we even have it to begin with, because it probably would have been more of a nightmare if we didn't. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things of would you rather have it or not? That kind of thing. Yeah, I like the game being harder, but I think checkpoints need to be at least a little bit more nicer sometimes. They don't have to be that nice, but hey, I'll take it. Whatever. Still biggie, right? Alright, next up is another wave of, I think, it's either Spider or it's... Or, no, that's right. It's these guys. No wonder I whipped out the scythe. I was going to say, why did I whip out the scythe for? That's pointless. Alright, so, you spawn these automaton arachnid guys. At least, I think they're robots. I don't know if they actually are, but... So, one thing that I do here is, I go all the way across... I go past the robot-looking guys, and then I run to one side of the door, and I whip out Piercing Void, as you saw, and I use it on the undead. And what you want to do is you want to try to make sure you hit as many of the undead as you possibly can. You want to aim for the other side of the other door, so that way you can get a nice, good kill. Level 3 Piercing Void does a ton of damage to the undead guys. So, actually, they might even be undead. I don't even know what they're actually called. I don't care anymore. They're practically undead, considering the fact that they're not really, well, they're probably just fiends, right? I mean, yeah, because, there's, some of the other fiends that, the red ones and the yellow ones where, the smaller ones, they can still live even after, losing their head, so maybe it's not necessarily that they're undead, but who cares? But yes, after this cutscene right here is going to showcase that, hey, we're in checkpoint, so there you go. Now we can finally just, live free. But you can't go back to the market, unfortunately. You can't go back to the shop. But for now, we're just going to take these guys out like we always do. And I'm just going to go ahead and use Endless Fang. And do what I do best. And just, hold triangle and let it go. Just, Beyblade that shit and let it rip. There's not, too many that spawn. I'd say 3, maybe 4 waves worth. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and then it spawns the Tengus. Which, unfortunately, I lost down the essence, but who cares? I have plenty of money. So, for these guys, it usually is recommended to go for Piercing Void, so that way you can try to hit both at the same time. But I'm not lucky enough to be able to hit both. I don't even know if you even can. I feel like you should be able to, but for some reason, it's just not doing that. I almost got grabbed. So, the trick is, at least for me, Piercing Void, get some nice good damage on a Nimpo attack, and then after that, just go for red charged UTs. And yes, I'm basically expending all of my items, and I'm only really doing that because I have the money to afford newer items. And if you don't have the money to afford items, then don't worry about using too much and just hang on to them. You will get some more back, but always try to hang on to your items until you absolutely need it, especially in a boss fight. I mean, to be fair, this is a boss fight, but I don't count this as much of a boss to where it's too big of a deal. Even if I didn't lose this, so what? Just, you go back, what, one wave of enemies? Or, one massive horde of enemies. That's it. Like, nothing too crazy. So, red UT works pretty well. Just go from one side to the other and let them kind of like chase you down, and then just launch the UT. Or blue. Blue, red, doesn't matter with Emma's Fang. Or, you know, when you take out one, you could do what I did and just wallop them with a level 4 Dragon Sword. Or if you have Piercing Void level 3, or any real Nipple level 3, just use that as well and try to focus on getting one killed. Because as long as you have one of them dead and you're only fighting with, you know, one at a time, it makes things way easier than having to deal with both. So, alright, next up, take out these guys. There is going to be a save station coming up, which is nice. This guy right here, drops an herb of spiritual life, so if you happen to have used one, there you go, and if you need one, there you go. But you are going to get a save station anyway, so you can either just, I'd say if you don't need it and if you have max herbs, just leave that guy there for just for now, because what's going to happen is after you get this save station, you're going to come over here or to the right. It doesn't really matter. Left is progress, where right is actually a other little small area you can go to get more stuff from. And you're going to want to charge up a red UT, at least with whatever weapon of your choice. I much prefer going with the Dragon Sword, because I can at least do like 3 different types of attacks with it. Considering the fact that it's at level 4, I can finally do an extra UT attack. It's really nice because of the Demon Jewel. I think that probably just works. I don't think it matters what level you have. You might even have like a level 1 Dragon Sword, and once you get the no, it's like the Dragon Crest, not Demon Crest, or whatever it's called. The thing that he puts on the bottom of the sword. That Dragon Jewel thing, I think that probably is what gives you the third UT. But either way, that third UT is kind of nice. And also, when it comes to UTs, you can actually angle where they're going for the most part. At least I'm pretty sure you can. So, whenever you finish off one guy, just, you know, aim your direction to the next guy and go for the kill. So, yeah. You know, take these guys out, as you do, of course. And then, once they're finally finished off, also focus on mages. Make sure you go for flying swallows on the mages, because mages suck. You don't want to deal with them. It's better off just focusing them first, get rid of them, because they have insta-kill moves that are zone moves. So, basically, whereas, like, most enemies have grabs, like, yeah, mages have grabs too. They have, like, 3. And, I'm not kidding. They have one where, like, if they're de-armed, they have 1 grab. They have a regular-ass grab, and I'm pretty sure they have a 3rd one. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm sure there's, like, a 3rd different one that they do. Maybe I'm mistaking it for the 2nd one. I could be wrong. But either way, they have at least 2 to 3 different grabs. It's crazy. I mean, like, everybody basically does, but I feel like mages just have way more bullshit to them. Not to mention the Fire Pillar crap, which is just extremely destructive. So, yeah, and here is Ghostfish. Take out the Ghostfish first, and then after that, you get a Grains of Spiritual Life that you can get a hold of. You get Ghostfish in the 2nd chest, and then you get Essence or Ghostfish in the next one. So, it's kind of a crapshoot, but it's a nice little room to get a little bit more stuff. In all technicality, having a Ghostfish pop up would have been nicer, so that way I could maybe get more health back instead. Or, maybe I forgot about it, but the herb back there with the dead body. You can grab that. There's also actually another, I think it's another herb in this area, and a Devil Wave Mushroom, and we'll get that in a second. So, for this part, run up here, hit this spider web once, charge UT to level 2, and let it go. And watch as everybody basically almost gets de-limbed. At least 3 out of the 4 of them. So yeah, just that's the trick with the spider webs that I do, is I essentially, like, I know how much it takes to kill off a spider web. It takes, for that first one, it takes 2 hits with an Emma's Fang and it gets completely destroyed. 9 times out of 10 it takes 3, but there are some that take 2. So be very careful of that. So I recommend just hitting it once, so that way you get at least a damage on it, and then after that you launch it, and then let the Emma's Fang UT do the rest of the damage to the spider web, and then break it completely, and then from there, yeah, I keep saying spider web, it's more like a cocoon thing, but, you know, tomato, I guess, who cares. By the way, these guys are typically set, so if you know which one of these egg sacs happen to have these ninjas inside of it, then at the very least, you can, you know, do the charged UT on him and get him that way. But yeah, I mean, this place is a little bit on the gross side, to be honest with you. It's kind of nasty thinking these guys are basically just either molded that way or born that way. I don't remember the story of Ninja Gaiden 2 though, but all I remember is that the Dragon Clan, or not Dragon Clan, but the Spider Clan kind of takes a back seat to the... Or was it the Fiends that take a back seat? No, I think the Fiends are like the main villains of this game, whereas like in the first game it was more so like Spider Clan stuff and all the other crap. So I think it's kind of cool how like the monsters take more of a, you know, a front row seat, like I said. Okay, so that one didn't spawn him, but like, you know, hey, you know, let bygones be bygones. You know, we all mess up, right? We all make mistakes. It's not like I'm gonna know like every single placement. Like I have a good idea of where they're at. It's just like this bottom part, like it took me a bit to get to, you know, a couple of times. At least in my first Master Ninja run. And this one, I don't remember how long it took me to get down here again. Probably not that long, considering the fact that I've already done this crap. All right, so that should be it for all the spider guys. However, well, no, I think this one. Oh no. However, this big one right here is going to spawn a arachnid boss. You could fight him if you want. However, if you run over here, well, you grab that chest if you wanted. If you run over here, there's a save point. And what happens is, if you die or whatever, restart checkpoint, the arachnid boss disappears. So I didn't bother fighting him. If you want to fight him, that's perfectly okay. For those that don't know exactly the best way of fighting him, lunar drop, like, you know, the lunar drop combo with the lunar staff, that works wonders. And piercing void level 3 or 2 or whatever. Piercing void in general is pretty damn good against him. So yeah, if you do like lunar drop type stuff on him, it keeps you away from getting hit, for those that don't know or just tuning in basically. Alright, so there's a couple of items in this room. There's like 3. There's like that chest. There's the other thing I picked up earlier, or probably didn't pick up. I don't think I was able to. And I think this is a... Oh, it's another herb. But we're back on our way down to fight the main boss of this level. And for the last time, get to fight the electric guy, whose name I always forget. So, same trick applies as last time. When he does a tornado, just dodge to the left or right, get behind him, and attack him with the triangle combo. When he does that slam, block it, and then dodge immediately after you block, so that way you can, well, get behind him and hit him. When he's doing this combo, get behind him and hit him. Do watch out for when he jumps backwards, do watch out for any dash attacks, because some of them might be a grab. That's the main thing you want to watch out for. Now he's going to Berserk mode, and he's going to be a little bit tougher. So he casts his own Nimpo, and that's what we're going to do as well. So I did get a hit off him, but that doesn't happen all the time. That's relatively rare for that to happen. The thing is, I'm trying to bait him into doing the tornado attack. Because every time you do Nimpo, he goes for that tornado thing, typically. And what you want to do is you want to bait him into it. So, launch your Nimpo. If you get a hit, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. Because just dodge the tornado, get behind him, do a nice triangle attack, and there you go. There's the boss. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the last chapter. So, take care, everybody.